Sveiki, čia GeimerMenas ir šiandien žaidžiame dar vieną Vampyr epizodą. Praeitą kartą mes pakalbėjom su Dorete, pasakėm, kad jau blackmailimas baigės. Dar prieš tai pakovėm su tais medžiotojais, kurie pasirodė yra vampyrų medžiotojai. Ir jau. Ten pasirodo, kai mes pabudom, ten ir buvo tie medžiotojai vampyrų, kai mūsų užsivijo. Ir dabar kas čia? O tai man įdomu, kur tie side questai dabar? Event, unknown event. O, vat, kur mano ginklas išpautinė. Tik man reikia žinot, kaip jos pasikeis. Level 2, kažkai mesmer, ar tas charm. Collectibles, inventory character, docs, main quest. Main. Jau vien tik main rodo. Kur side? Hello? Healthy. Sanitized. Tipo šito kvartalą žmonės veikia, ar čia man visų rodo? I don't know. No investigations. Nesvarbu, kad aš ten radau pilną tų investigationų. Dabar tai naujas investigation. Swansea about the... Ai, dėl to krau. Okay. Išsiaiškinti reikia. Oh. Collectible. Rare species of vampires. Okay.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
Okay.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy.
Of course.
With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I have thought about it. I may turn London into tomorrow.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the children of the night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
There you are.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I was in the tomb. I was in the tomb. Chapter 3. Goddaim, aš per tos chapters einu kaip per nieką ir jokių side quest, letero, Rakesh, šiandien. Ok, pilna raktų čia. Nežinau, man jų nereikia. Va, kas čia? Ai, nieko. Ok. Čia dar yra nepažįstamų kokio žmogelio. O, healthy. Healthy. O, čia čestas visą laiką buvo. O, aš nieko nematau. Gal kažką apie to žmonės atrakinu?
Good evening.
Okay. Okay, no personal questions.
Mistress of the...
Pala. Sorry.
Do you require my services, Miss Howard?
I have no need for your...
Okay.
I'll
Healthy.
leave you, Miss...
Okay, ačiū, tai jei rodo healthy, tai jam nereikia. Okay. Gal kažką apie šitą žmogelį sužinau. Oh.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Okay. New hint available. You let her bite you?
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood.
Damn.
And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
And it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Okay.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Atėjo neina man paverstan, gal kažkaip padėta. For details, hint locked. Okay.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Hint locked. Čia jau visko klausiu. O čia dar vienas hint. Okay.
Bye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Čia visi sveiki lygtai. Nebent dar kokį hintą trakim.
Dr. Reed,
What do you mean?
I was not
Oh, fuck.
myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps.
Čia
But who wouldn't
skipinu.
be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Okay.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a
Oh.
night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Bet ne tik,
And I try
nes
to
neveikia
guide the
mūsų.
lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
You're
Are
a
you
priest.
a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay, tai kaip mūsų
Why
neveikia.
didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Okay.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the doctor many months ago.
Okei, nieko daugiau nesužinau. Bliam, aš nebežinau, ką aš turbūt neklausiu.
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Va.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place, and he refused to let me go.
Okay.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here, this Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
About Tom
Do
Watts.
you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okei, viskas čia sunaruot sąpašinė.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Okei, turbūt reiktų judėti man. Nebent čia dar yra kokių. Dar kokių nors nesužinotų hintų. Greit pražiesiu.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nope, nothing.
Goodbye, now.
Good evening, goodbye.
And good evening.
Nope.
Goodbye.
Who are you? Wait, what? Unknown. Katras unknown? Šitas? O, tai, aš savo dar net nešnekėjau.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated daddlers.
Na, nice. Jo, kažką jau tai yra.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
You will assume the consequence.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Šitą čia.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Manęs veidrodį nesimato.
Imposed your presence on this
Dabar
hospital
nesimato.
without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
No, neither. Okay.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Personal question.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
No.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Sorry. No more hints.
Thank you.
Okay. Pačiu dar. Nice. Dar ten buvo prie ją likti, bet tai nesvarbu. Vėliau gal
I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Okay. Tai mes dabar... Jo, mes dabar varom į kapines. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, so... Aš pakeis ginklą negaliu. Ką tas trikamis turi? Okay, what? Oh, ne taip aš supratau, okay. Can I change to nothing? Wait. What? Kodėl man čia? Main hand. What the hell? Tai kaip čia veikia? Oh, myrės, okei. Tai man tipo šitą reik pakeisti apšein. Stun 15. Damage. Nieks neina į viršų. O tai man eina išklėrinčia kažkaip pakeisti šitą. Damage. Ar man tipo, kaip pamėginkim tiesiog. Damage. Fuck, čia mažiau damage gaunas. Negaliu paekupinti. Ok. Su to inventoriu man daro. Sunku, kai kažkaip... Na, okei, pakeišiu. Warning, equipping with a two-handed weapon will equip your off-hand weapon. Ne, nežinau. O pala, kaip man ulti? There we go. Oh shit. That did a little damage, yes. O, čia dar kažkas. Čia kapinės. O, čia nieko nėra. Kažkur į viršų dar palikti reikia. Jau. Dėjom tas ultimate ilgai kraunas. Okay. Damn it. Stop. I can't. Man reikia dar būti arti pakankamai, kad blokuot galėčiau. Toliau jau net nebein. Critical. Okay. Big blood. Oh. No, I got him. Nice. Čia tos kapinė. Okay. There we go.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Oh. Kas čia? Oh. Okay. Damn it. Oh fuck. Trying to help, boss. Oh no. Damn, čia tai arti. He dead. Lemon. Kam? Aš taip įpratu tą spaudinį. Pala tą spear. How does this work? I'm pressing to throw the spear. Nu, damage nelabai. Fuck, net apspaudžiu. Okay. I got... Wait, what? Oh.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Okay. No, negaliu net paklaust. Healthy. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah. Reikia kraujo. Holy shit, dar jų čia pilna. Okay. There we go. Nice. Got him. Oh shit, pelė buvo. Galvoju, čia kažkoks lūtas. Kas čia dar? Okay. Study of sample. What the hell? Kodėl čia pilna lavonų? Kapinės. What the fuck? What? Come on. Oh. Okay. Damn.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic,
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company.
Can't go watch it.
I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Echo. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Okei, bažnyčia, mes ten galime įti. Mes įdomiai. Vieni priešai gali kryžius prieš mus panuot, bet savitai neveikia. O, bažnyčia įeit galima. Oh my god.
This is not a place for you, sir. This one's mine. Right, you, stop there.
Ouch, dar spėjau trenkt. Ouch.
And off to church he goes.
Unknown.
A newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion.
Who the hell are
Shed
you?
your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Oh shit. What the fuck?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
What the fuck? That's a huge dude.
These immortals try my patience, their plans and unsolicited counsel.
No super, oblem čia žmonių. A čia, what the fuck? What the hell are you doing? Leech, leech. Tipo, kas čia pandūmė? Į bažnyčią parašau. Ai, čia ta bažnyčia, okei.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
What?
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
No.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your channel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Okay.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Okay. Šiek tiek išpažintis.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Okay. Patiem pažinama tada šitokį dėjom, okay, nice. Tai jo, čia gal aš ir baigsiu epizodą. Laikinkit, komentuokit, dalinkites, prenumeruokit ir laukit kitų Vampyr epizodų. Čia buvo GeimerMenas ir